Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. Obviously I haven't posted for a while. I went traveling, I went to see the world, and then obviously this whole pandemic happened. So obviously we're on 12 weeks of lockdown, which means I'm going to be bringing you 12 weeks of positivity, okay? For my own sanity than yours, to be fair. But obviously I did a poll a couple of days ago on my Instagram, and just about like my experiences, what Africa was like. Obviously I went to Nigeria and I went to Zimbabwe. I was supposed to go to a few more other countries, but obviously that's a bit on hold until this virus decides to dip off doing its evilness on this earth. Obviously Nigeria was more, I'll start off with Nigeria because it was my first trip. That was more of a personal and spiritual trip. I loved it. I loved it. I love Nigeria. I loved it. Like, I've always said I'll marry a Nigerian, and I think, like, I've definitely, yeah. Yeah. No, Nigeria was it. Literally, the people, everybody's like, good morning, ma. Good afternoon, ma. You're welcome. Like, everybody's just like nice there. There's no snotty people. Nobody thinks they're better than anybody. Nobody like looks down on you. But like, I went to Abuja. I didn't go to Lagos. I will be going to Lagos, hopefully, fingers crossed. But I went to Abuja, and that's the capital now. Actually, for y'all that didn't know, I'm a geographer. Is it anyway? English, I'm always telling you, is not for everybody. So anyway, so yeah, that's the capital state of Nigeria. And like, one thing that I noticed out there is, obviously, if you've got money, you've got money, and if you ain't got money, you ain't got money. But I think that's majority of like African countries. The line between rich and poor is massive, humongous. But like I said, Nigeria was more like personal for me, like in terms of there's not really much I can tell about what I did. Like, obviously I was busy every single day. I was there for 8 days, and like they were just hectic. Like, I always had something to do. I went to Cornerstones, guys. It's like this ice cream parlor, and it's like the best thing ever. I ate suya in the park. I was just like a normal citizen. I definitely will be going back to Nigeria 100%, no doubt about it. It's an amazing country, beautiful people. I had such good like experiences. Like, I don't actually have one day that I was like, oh, I don't want to be here, I want to go home. I did not miss England, okay? Didn't miss it at all, not 1%, didn't miss it. But it was such good vibes, good energy. So yeah, we'll see. I've got loads of like pictures, videos and stuff, so hopefully one day I can compile it all into like a little mini vlog so you guys can see. But yeah. And then I went to Zim. I was literally in the country for I basically came to England to catch a plane to Zimbabwe. I don't know why I did that, it's just the way that it worked out. So I went to Zimbabwe because obviously I am Zimbabwean. Yes, I know. Can you believe it? So Zimbabwe was like more for me to go and see my family. My granddad is there, my cousins, I just obviously finished a nursing degree, so I just wanted to get out of the country for a little bit. Zimbabwe for me was really like, it really hit home. Like, we're all selfish. I'm selfish, you're selfish, we're all selfish. I'm giving you all that label. Like, I'll give you an example. Like, where my granddad lives, like, it's like a street, and everybody there is close. Like, nobody, like, your neighbour's business, basically. Like, whatever, whoever, like, you look out your window, you know what everybody's doing. But my cousin has 2 kids, and they are really, like, they go to school, basically. But for them to go to school, they pay per term. So, like, obviously a term is like 3 months. So per term, it's $12 US, which is about £9. That's for both of her kids to go to school. And people really struggle to pay that amount of money. Like, people actually struggle to pay that. And you're probably thinking, how are they struggling to pay £9? People's wages on running a whole household is like £66, which is like 50 something US, or $60 US. Let's just write, no, $66 US is like £60, yeah. But in that £60, you have to pay for your kids to go to school, food, clothing, books. Like, the books that they're writing are not free. Like, you have to buy them, whatever. Some kids don't go to school because just can't afford it. There was a lot of kids that where my granddad lived that didn't go to school, and if they did go to school, like there was this one boy who couldn't like go on to do his A-levels because his mum still had a fine to pay at his other school, so he hadn't gone to school for the year for the sake of £5. Like, when you actually deep how fickle that amount of money is, I spent £5 on lip gloss. Like, when you deep how fickle that amount of money is, you actually start to think to yourself, like, we're actually so lucky. And on my Instagram post, I obviously posted, like, that I want to leave a legacy. I obviously, at this moment in time, don't, like, I have ideas on how I'll do that, but obviously nothing in motion. But I just literally wanted to encourage us, like, as individuals, just to, like, be less shallow, like, less fickle about the things in life. Like, things come, things go, but people out there are so, they're, like, unhappy, but they're happy. Like, they're so happy in their lives. Like, children are always playing, they're always happy. Like, you know, have you ever seen, like, those like water aid videos of people like pumping water out of their tanks and that, and the kids are doing it and they're so happy? Like, literally, that was what I saw. Like, and I was like, oh my gosh, they were so happy to be like, they didn't have clean water running out their taps, and they were happy to be getting water out of the ground. Like, they were ecstatic, and like their joy became my joy. Like, I literally, you know me, wherever I go, I will settle in. So I live my life like that. I washed in a bucket. I had to cook on fire. I came back with a cough. People were looking at me like I had corona, like the Rona in the airport, because I was coughing that much, because I cooked on a fire every single day. Because electricity, what's electricity? What is electricity? One minute you've got electricity, the next minute you ain't got electricity. Electricity could come at 3 in the morning when you're sleeping and be gone by 7 o'clock in the morning when you've woken up. Like, that's just the way it works. And what do you do if that's your everyday thing? You just have to learn to live with it. So I used to sleep with my phone plugged in, thinking, I'm gonna catch you. When the electricity comes, I'm gonna catch you. But like, it really, I'm so glad I went. And you know, I'm so glad I went, because like, for example, I'm a really strong believer in, you know, God would never allow me to be in a situation I'm not supposed to be in. I'm a child of God, so his will only prevails in my life. And I feel like I went there so I could see what people like actually live their lives like. People are so happy. People are happy in their poverty, happy in their pain, but they don't have to stay there. And I think it's made me realise, like, to not be so selfish. So obviously now I've got a job and that I'm going to pay for my cousin's kids to go to school, and you know, at least those are 2 children I can account for that I've done something in their lives. And like, now I understand why churches do charities to like send children to school or whatever. Like, it's so important. And I feel like from first-hand experience, I would just say to people, if I was you, I wouldn't like register to them charities, because they're all shambolic. Those, not like the churches one, but like all those ones where like you have to go through a middleman, like stuff like that doesn't work. I would say, if you're gonna, like, we all know somebody who needs like a child to go to school, and if you don't, tell me, I'll tell you. But we all know somebody that could like do with the help, so why not help while you can? You know, I see people on Facebook, because I've got Facebook now, that like post, oh, this pandemic will make me like love my children more, or like try to be a better human being. Well, this is your chance to be a better human being. This is your chance to do your bit for society, for like a child that, like, it's selfless. You're not going to gain anything from giving it, except for you're going to give that person a better life. So that's literally it. My video wasn't even about to tell you about all the fun things I did, because I think that message is what I really wanted to come back and tell people. You know, I'm going to leave a legacy. Rufaro Kanangoni is going to leave a legacy, or whatever my married name will be, is going to leave a legacy. Because I have seen, and I am going to be a doer. I'm going to do something about it. So if you guys obviously want to, you know, sponsor a kid to go to school or whatever, we can look into it. Message me. I've got 12 weeks in lockdown, so we could really like help people. So yeah, that's basically it. I'll be back next week with another video. Welcome to Riding with Ruff. If this is your first time here, make sure you subscribe, comment, like, share, post on your social media. We're in lockdown. You lot ain't got nothing better to do. Watch me on YouTube, okay?